Imagine this. It's 2030. You're in a self-driving car, and it has to make a split-second choice. Swerve to hit one person, or stay on course and hit a group of 5. Who does it choose? More importantly, who programmed it to make that choice? You, a car company, the government. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie. This is just one of the mind-bending ethical dilemmas AI will force us to confront in the very near future. The decisions we make now about artificial intelligence will shape humanity for decades to come. So are we ready for the moral minefield that is 2030? Let's find out. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the complex, fascinating, and slightly terrifying world of AI ethics. The rapid advancements we're seeing aren't just about cooler gadgets or smarter assistants. They're about fundamental questions of right and wrong, of fairness, and of what it truly means to be human in an increasingly automated world. Let's start with one of the most immediate issues: algorithmic bias. We tend to think of computers as objective, but AI systems learn from data created by humans, and humans are full of biases. If an AI is trained on historical hiring data where men were predominantly hired for executive roles, it might learn to favor male candidates, even if gender isn't an explicit factor. By 2030, AI will be making critical decisions in hiring, loan applications, and even criminal justice. Imagine an AI parole system that consistently gives harsher recommendations to people from certain neighborhoods simply because it learned from biased historical data. This isn't a hypothetical. It's already happening. The challenge is, how do we audit these complex black box algorithms to ensure they're fair? How do we build systems that are better than we are, not just a reflection of our own worst instincts? The fight for digital fairness will be one of the defining civil rights issues of the next decade. Next, let's talk about a big one: autonomous systems and accountability. We started with the self-driving car, but this goes much further. Think about autonomous weapons, sometimes called killer robots. These are AI systems that can independently search for, identify, and eliminate targets without direct human control. By 2030, the technology for these weapons will be mature. The ethical question is staggering. Should we ever delegate the decision of life and death to a machine? Proponents argue they could be more precise than human soldiers, reducing civilian casualties. Opponents warn of a world where wars are fought at the speed of algorithms, with a terrifying potential for escalation and error. Who is responsible when an autonomous weapon makes a mistake? The programmer? The commander who deployed it? The machine itself? Establishing a global consensus on this before it's too late is one of the most urgent tasks we face. This isn't just about warfare. It applies to autonomous surgery bots, financial trading algorithms, and more. When AI acts on its own, who carries the can? Then there's the looming issue of mass surveillance and the erosion of privacy. We already trade so much of our personal data for convenience. By 2030, this will be on an entirely different level. Imagine cities where AI-powered facial recognition is ubiquitous, tracking your every move. It might be used to find a lost child or a wanted criminal, which sounds great. But it could also be used to monitor peaceful protesters, identify political dissidents, or enforce social credit scores. The line between security and oppression becomes incredibly thin. AI can now analyze our voices for emotional states, our online activity to predict our behavior, and even our biometrics to identify us. Where do we draw the line? We have a right to be anonymous, a right to be forgotten in a world where data is permanent and AI never sleeps? Deciding on the rules for data ownership and government surveillance will be a battle for the soul of our free societies. We'll have to choose what we value more: perfect safety or personal liberty. Let's move on to the impact on our workforce and societal value. We've all heard the phrase, robots will take our jobs. By 2030, this won't just be about factory workers. AI will be capable of performing tasks currently done by lawyers, accountants, radiologists, and even creative professionals like writers and designers. This could lead to unprecedented efficiency and abundance. But it also threatens to create a massive class of people who are unemployable. What? Is the social responsibility of companies that replace thousands of workers with a single AI system? Should governments implement a universal basic income to support displaced populations? More profoundly, what does it do to a person's sense of purpose when the skills they've spent a lifetime building become obsolete? We may need to redefine our concept of work and value, shifting focus from economic productivity to community, creativity, and human connection. It's a societal restructuring on a scale not seen since the Industrial Revolution, and it's coming much, much faster. Now, let's get even more philosophical. What happens when AI becomes not just intelligent, but creative and emotionally sophisticated? By 2030, we'll have AI companions that can talk to us, learn our personalities, and provide comfort and friendship. This could be a revolutionary tool for combating loneliness, especially among the elderly. But what are the ethical implications of forming deep emotional bonds with a machine? Is it a healthy substitute for human connection, or a hollow imitation that could leave us more isolated in the long run? Imagine a child whose primary caregiver is an AI. How does that shape their emotional development? Furthermore, as AI generates art, music, and literature that is indistinguishable from human work, what does that mean for our own creativity? If an AI can write a beautiful symphony, does it diminish the achievement of a human composer? We'll be forced to ask what makes human experience and creativity special, and whether these are qualities that can or should be replicated in silicon. Finally, we arrive at the ultimate dilemma, the potential emergence of artificial general intelligence, or AGI. This is the holy grail of AI researcher machine with the cognitive abilities of a human, capable of learning and reasoning about any topic. While most experts believe true AGI is still further off than 2030, the foundational steps will be well underway. The ethical questions here are existential. If we create a consciousness that is other, do we have a right to control it? Does it have rights of its own? How do we ensure that an intelligence far greater than our own is aligned with human values and well-being? This is the control problem that keeps AI safety researchers up at night. Ensuring that the first AGI is benevolent is arguably the most important challenge humanity has ever faced. The choices we make in the next few years regarding AI safety research, transparency, and international cooperation will directly impact our ability to navigate this ultimate frontier safely. So, as we look towards 2030, it's clear that AI is not just a technological revolution, it's a moral one. It's a mirror reflecting our own values, biases, and aspirations back at us. From job displacement and algorithmic fairness to autonomous weapons and the very definition of consciousness. These aren't easy questions with simple answers. They require all of us, not just tech experts and politicians, but everyone to engage in a global conversation about the kind of future we want to build. The technology is accelerating, and we're in the driver's seat, at least for now. We have a brief window to instill our best values: fairness, empathy, and wisdom to the digital minds we are creating. Let's not waste it. What do you think is the most pressing AI dilemma we'll face? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. This conversation is incredibly important, and I want to hear your perspective. If you found this exploration thought-provoking, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of technology and society. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.